Okay, so about 4.5 years ago, I went through a divorce from a terrible relationship, and I was deeply depressed. It was tough. It was one of the most difficult situations I had ever been through. Um, I didn't want to get out of bed. I had no passion for the things I used to love, like writing. I didn't even want to pick up a pen. Um, my life was just different. Everything was made me sad. It was hard to take care of the kids, but that was the thing that pushed me forward. I was suicidal. I was sad, and I was waiting for this breakthrough. I was waiting for that aha moment that one day is gonna I'm gonna get out of this, and it just wasn't happening. Every day I waited, it never happened for me. So one day I picked up this book called The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth by John C. Maxwell. And um, this book that day changed my life. I realized no one was coming to save me. And it was my decisions and my choices that was going to get me out of this depression. And I decided I'm not going to live the rest of my life sad, either hoping the day I finally feel better will come, or thinking I should take my life. I mean, there was no way to live. So that day I decided whatever it takes, I'm coming out of this. And so I started reading 4 books a month, dedicating myself to self-education, because I had to quit school when I had my son, with only 30 hours of school left. It was depressing to even think about what I could have done, if I'd have stuck it out, And so I said, you know what, that's not going to be my excuse. I'm not going to hold on to that. When it's time, I'm going to go back if I need to. But right now, while I'm home, I'm going to self-educate. And I threw myself into self-education. I read 4 books a month, like I said, and then I started YouTubing things. So I know a lot of people don't really understand the power of what we have at our fingertips when it comes to like YouTube and the internet now, but it's crazy what you can learn. And so I even looked up a UC Berkeley lecture, and that was my education all these years, and I haven't stopped. YouTube just has a wealth of resources if you want to learn anything. So YouTubing was a huge thing, and then I changed the way I was eating, and I started using health supplements to just like make myself feel better, because what you eat and what you take directly affects the way you feel. And so I just changed that. I started taking vitamins and supplements, and working out, getting in the gym, and just really focusing on my health, and it just changed my life. I'm a different person than I was when I was depressed. And I know a lot of people say you can never change, but you can change. You don't have to be who you are today. And I just want to encourage you, if you feel like life has torn you down and beaten you up, and you're depressed, and even if you're suicidal, or you just feel like you can't go on any longer, you can't take it, I just want to encourage you and tell you that you can. And if you really want to get out of it, there is a way. No one's going to come save you. Life isn't going to get better when you have this, or when you have that, or when you have a big break. Those things, that's all a myth. I've had a lot my whole life that never fed my soul. It wasn't until I realized what I needed to be happy, to be satisfied, was much more than material things. It was something within, and I sought that out. I seek it out every day, as if that's what's keeping me alive, and it does. It keeps me happy and motivated. And so I decided living life on my own terms is how I'm going to be happy, and that is what's going to pull you out of that. So if, like I said, if life is just beating you up, there's a way out. And I just encourage you to go after it and stop at nothing to live life the way that you know will make you happy.